Small lead the Tigers with 18 points apiece. Mark Hamer adds 9. Purvis Mann leads Carthage with 14, and Robert Young adds an additional 10 points as the Carthage Tigers have finished their season. For a Class 3A championship game, the Winona Tigers and the New Hope Trojans meet for the third time this season to determine the representative in the South Mississippi Tournament to be held next week at Forest High School. Their opponent will be Forest High School, also in that basketball game scheduled for Wednesday night down in South Mississippi at Forest High School. And we're set to introduce the starting lineups for tonight's game between the Trojans and the Tigers. And while they're doing that, we'll go over the starting lineups with you, but we'll also tell you that these teams have met twice. The Tigers winning 56-45 in Winona, New Hope winning 37-35 in Columbus. Starting for the Trojans, Spence Atkins, number 44. 15, and that's Julius Johnson. And 35 is Torrance Shelton. 21, Tim Vaughn. And 20, David Johnson. Head coach, of course, is Herman Robinson. The Trojans are 22-9. Winona Tigers coach Billy Wells and his club 25-5, and they'll start the normal starting five they started for the entire season. They go over to shake the officials' hands. Andre Crowder, Mark Hamer. The officials will be Paul Lyle and Carl Hathorn. Frederick Lockhart. William Small. And Craig Elliott. So this ought to be a good one. These two teams have met twice. They always play real tight, close basketball games against one another. Always a good matchup when Winona and New Hope take the floor against one another. Craig Elliott will go up for the Tigers at center circle, in all probability against Spence Atkins, I believe, or Torrance Shelton. So the Tigers and the Trojans playing for the opportunity to take on the Forest Bearcats Wednesday night. Forest is 26-5 also, after winning the district championship over Newton on Friday night. So it'll be Elliott against Shelton. 35's Torrance Shelton. Trojans dressed in black, the Tigers in red. Referee Paul Lyle throws it up, and the tip is out of bounds. And they say off the hands of the Tigers, it'll be New Hope basketball. David Johnson will trigger it in for the Trojans to Tim Vaughn. Vaughn will go to work for the New Hope. David Johnson now being guarded by Small. Hamer knocks the pass out of bounds back to Vaughn. It'll be New Hope basketball in front of the one on the bench. A great crowd on hand here tonight. A packed gym at Kosciusko. Vaughn to Julius Johnson gets it back at the top of the key. He'll give it back to Johnson, left side, cross court to David Johnson. Back to Vaughn. Vaughn does not want the shot, goes in the corner to Julius Johnson, gets it back. Vaughn will back it back out and go back to work. Johnson from 18 foot, hitting good. Julius Johnson makes it 2-0. Mark Hamer will bring it up for the Tigers. He'll go left side, and he's blocked off by Julius Johnson. First personal on Johnson. Tigers will play it in front of the New Hope bench. Small gets it into Hamer. He'll work against Julius Johnson. Goes right side inside to William Small. His shot blocked, and he comes back down and is called for walking with a basketball. Trojans play at the length of the court. David Johnson gets it into Tim Vaughn. Tigers be putting token-type pressure on them. They get it across without any problem. Vaughn holds it out front for New Hope to Johnson. Now to David Johnson. Back over the top of the zone. They go to Julius Johnson. His shot in and good from 18 feet. Julius Johnson makes it 4-0. He has all 4 New Hope points. Tigers walk it down. Mark Hamer working against Julius Johnson. Looking inside for Craig Elliott. Gets it inside to him. Elliott shot. In and good. Craig Elliott makes it a 4-2 game. Out to Spence Atkins. Atkins to Johnson. To Tim Vaughn. Vaughn to David Johnson in the corner to Spence Atkins. His shot from 17. He's long. No good. Rebound. Andre Crowder. Hamer will walk it up for Winona. 4-2 your score. Left side, Hamer looking inside for Elliott. Goes it inside to Frederick Lockhart. His shot partially blocked by David Johnson. Rebound, Elliott. His shot no good. Fight for the rebound. It's going to be... We're going to have a foul called on the Tigers. I believe it's going to be on Frederick Lockhart. Okay, now we've been told it was on Craig Elliott. On fighting for the loose rebound, his first personal. Tim Vaughn on the attack for New Hope. In the corner to David Johnson. Back to Vaughn. Inside Spence Atkins. His turnaround shot off the backboard in and good. Spence Atkins makes it a 6-2 game. Hamer will walk it up for Winona. Tigers trailing by 4. Early moments of quarter number 1. Small inside Elliott. His turnaround jumper long. No good. Rebound Elliott. No good but a foul. Is called on the play. I believe it must have been on Torrance Shelton of New Hope. That's his first personal. Hamer triggers it in for Winona to Craig Elliott. Hamer now working against Julius Johnson in the corner to Andre Crowder. Crowder working against Vaughn. He's going to be called for a 5-second violation. Closely guarded rule. It'll be the Trojans basketball. Vaughn will trigger it in to Atkins. Tigers will put a little pressure on the Trojans. They get it across without much problem down to Tim Vaughn. Vaughn stops shot blocked out of bounds by William Small. Trojans will trigger it underneath their own basket. David Johnson will handle it for New Hope. Back out to Vaughn at the free throw line. His shot blocked again by Mark Hamer. Inside to Shelton off the backboard. He's in and good. Torrance Shelton makes it 8-2. Trojans out on top. Hamer works against Julius Johnson. Goes inside to Craig Elliott. Elliott drives, puts up a shot. He's in and good. Craig Elliott makes it 8-4, and he has all the Winona points. Tigers put a little pressure. New Hope gets it up without much problem. Vaughn to Julius Johnson. His shot long, no good. Rebound, fought for, and let's see. We got a foul on David Johnson. His first personal. That's the third team foul of the night on New Hope. Eight to 4, your score. New Hope out on top by 4. Mark Hamer into Craig Elliott, in and good, all by himself. Elliott makes it an 8-6 game. Now court Johnson, David Johnson, number 20. To Julius Johnson from 18 foot, in and good. 10-6 your score. Hamer down court for Winona. Being guarded by Julius Johnson. Gets it to Crowder. Trojans in that man-to-man defense. Crowder going to take an off-balance shot. No good. Rebound on the... And they're going to call a foul on William Small underneath the goal for pushing off. His first personal, team second. Trojans will bring it the length of the court. Spence Atkins to Julius Johnson to Tim Vaughn. Vaughn will drive that pass off to Johnson. Any good, and he's fouled by Craig Elliott. His second. David Johnson go to the line to try to complete the three-point play. It's 12-6. Trojans out on top. These two teams split the two regular season outings against one another. Tigers won by 11 at Winona. New Hope won by 2 in Columbus. Johnson completes the three-point play. It's 13-6. Trojans out on top by 7. And let's see what we got here. We got a momentary timeout. Referee Paul Lyle goes over to check with the timekeeper, official scorekeeper. Now we're ready for play. Mark Hamer walks it up for Winona. Hamer working against Julius Johnson. Gets it to Andre Crowder. Crowder goes inside. Craig Elliott turnaround jumper blocked by Shelton. Pulled down by Tim Vaughn of New Hope. Vaughn running. Going to stop free throw line off to Julius Johnson. Shot short. Taken out of the air by Craig Elliott. Hamer walks it up for Winona. Goes inside to William Small. His shot in and good. It's 13-8, a 5-point lead for New Hope. Tim Vaughn will bring it up for the Trojans. Going to give it to Julius Johnson. He'll get it back in the corner to David Johnson. Back to Vaughn. Vaughn gives it to Johnson. Julius Johnson, free throw line jumper, no, but he's going to be called while walking with a basketball. Took too many steps, drug the pivot foot. It'll be played on the side by the Tigers. 13-8 your score. New Hope out on top. Inside Craig Elliott, his shot bounces around, no good. Rebound, Frederick Lockhart, his shot in it, good. Frederick Lockhart, good job on the boards by him. He makes it a 13-10 game. Vaughn going to pull it out for the Trojans. Hold it for the last shot of the quarter. Trojans lead at 13-10. Andre Crowder on Vaughn. Now they're going to deny the pass back to Vaughn. Crowder is. Hamer on Julius Johnson. Johnson begins to work. Vaughn almost loses it out of bounds. Gets it back, however. He's out near the midcourt line, just going to hold it out. Going to work against Andre Crowder. Gives it to David Johnson. Gets it back. And the Trojans just holding the ball out for the last shot of the quarter. Resemblance of Columbus here not too long ago when the Trojans held the ball trying to get the Tigers out of that zone defense, and it backfired on them, really. David Johnson now with the ball to Vaughn, being guarded by Crowder. Vaughn to David Johnson. Gets it back. Vaughn just going to stand out there and hold it. David Johnson inside to Spence Atkins, and a foul is called on Frederick Lockhart. His first, that's the fourth team foul. The Trojans will take it underneath their own basket. They lead it by 3, 13-10 here in the first quarter of play of the championship game of District 4 Class 3A. Atkins to Vaughn. Vaughn from 22 foot, hit it good. That'll run out the end of the first quarter. 15-10 your score. Tigers out on top. New Hope out on top. 15-10 your score. New Hope out on top of Winona. Tigers get the basketball to start quarter number 2 on alternating possession. Mark Hamer on the attack for Winona. To Crowder, being guarded by Tim Vaughn. To Hamer, being guarded by, looks like Atkins. He'll sag back off now. Hamer inside Craig Elliott. His jumper from 14 in and good. Craig Elliott makes it 15-12. 3-point lead for the Trojans. Tim Vaughn taking his time. Will slowly walk it up for New Hope. Vaughn to David Johnson. Vaughn gets it back. Julius Johnson in the corner. Spence Atkins from 18. In and out. No good. Rebound. Fought full control by who? Off the hands of the Trojans. It'll be the Tigers basketball. Hamer will walk it up for Winona. He'll go left side inside Craig Elliott. Elliott drives, puts up a shot, in it good, and he's, whoa, we're going to have a charging call, I guess. Oh, boy. That's 3 personals on Craig Elliott. He'll have to go to the bench. Albert Harvey will check in. Called Elliott for charging on the play. It'll be played the length of the court by the Trojans. 15-12 your score, and the Tigers' main scorer, Craig Elliott, on the bench with 3 fouls. Vaughn on the attack for New Hope to David Johnson. Gets it back. Trojans seem to not be in too much of a hurry with a 3-point lead. Julius Johnson drives, going to put up a shot off the backboard, in and good. He got the roll. 8 points for Johnson. It's 17-12, a 5-point lead for the Trojans. Trojans pressing. Pass is knocked out of bounds. Tigers get it back. Hamer to Lockhart. The small, they get it across to Crowder. Being guarded by Spence Atkins. Julius Johnson also tried to trap him in the corner. They get it back out to Mark Hamer. Hamer works against Julius Johnson. Stops. Shot to pass to Small. However, shot no good. Rebound by Shelton, and he's fouled by Frederick Lockhart. That's his second. And we'll go to the New Hope end of the court and shoot a 1-and-1, Torrance Shelton. 2 points on the night for Shelton. 17-12 is your score. Left-handed shooting Shelton with a 1-and-1. First one's in and good. Makes it 18-12. Second one in and good. 19-12. 7-point lead for the Trojans. Tigers down court in a hurry. Mark Hamer working against Julius Johnson. Goes left side. Going to give it to Andre Crowder. Trojans staying at man-to-man defense. Crowder to Small. Back to Hamer. To Small. His shot no good. Rebounded out. Loose ball picked up by Tim Vaughn of New Hope. He's running down court and walks with a basketball. Good call by the official as he did drag that pivot foot. He tried to stop. Call for walking. Tigers will inbounds it on the side. Out of bounds. Pass was knocked out by New Hope. It'll be Winona basketball. 7-point lead for the Trojans. 19-12 here in the second quarter. Hamer goes in the corner. He's trapped by Vaughn and Johnson. Julius Johnson gets it out to Albert Harvey. To Small now. Hamer gets it back, and the Tigers will go to work, trailing by 7. Hamer works against Julius Johnson. Going to drive, put up a shot. He's short with it. No good. Rebound. Pulled out by Julius Johnson of New Hope. Johnson. Give it to Vaughn. Vaughn will sit out at about 30 feet away from the basket and just hold it. Now to Julius Johnson. Cross court to David Johnson. Back across the zone to Julius Johnson. He'll put up the 18-footer. Rolls around, no good. Vaughn with the, make that Johnson with the tip, no good. Rebound, Shelton, no good, and a foul. called on William Small. That's his second. So Shelton will go to the line and shoot a 1+1. Timeout is called by Winona. 19-12 your score. Trojans out on top. 4:48 remaining in the first half of play. Craig Elliott is on the bench for the Tigers with 3 fouls. Shelton, 4 points, 2 of 2 from the line. Will shoot a 1-1. Shot in and good. It's 20-12. 8-point lead for New Hope. Shelton with 5. In and out, and rebounded, and we have a fight for the rebound, and let's see what we got. Got a jump ball. Possession goes to New Hope. 20-12 your score. Trojans out on top of the Tigers. With 4 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the first half. Inside the Shelton, his shot, no good. Rebound, William Small. So Mark Hamer, he'll bring it up. Tigers down by 8, as we said. Hamer stops, puts up a shot. He's short with it, no good. Rebound by William Small, and he's called for a foul. And that's going to be 3 on William Small. And so William Small, Craig Elliott scores 1 and 2 for the Tigers, as far as average is concerned, will be on the bench with 3 fouls each. Tigers most definitely in a little bit of problem now here in the second quarter of play. Trail it by 8. William Small, Craig Elliott will both be on the bench with 3 fouls. David Johnson will be shooting a 1+1 for New Hope. Trojans lead 20-12. Free throw, Johnson in and out, no good. A rebound by Torrance Shelton, back to Johnson inside the Shelton drives baseline, and he's going to be called for a charge. It's his second personal. That's a 14 foul against New Hope. The Trojans will press, taking advantage of the fact that Small and Elliott are out of the ball game. Crowder will get it in to Albert Harvey, gets it back. Crowder works against Tim Vaughn. He'll get it into the front court, dribbles past Julius Johnson, gets it out to Hamer. Tigers break the press. Not much problem. Mark Hamer will work it for Winona against Julius Johnson. He'll give it to Hamer. Hamer will give it to Crowder and get it back. Looking inside for someone, gets it inside to Frederick Lockhart. Stops, puts up a shot. He loses the basketball, but a foul is going to be called on David Johnson. Good job of Frederick Lockhart taking the ball to the basket. Second personal, 15 foul. Frederick Lockhart will go to the line and shoot 2 shots. Lockhart has 2 points thus far. Shot by Lockhart in and good. Also failed to mention that Kittredge Jones, number 31, a 5'9" sophomore, is in replacing William Small. Second shot in and good. He made them both. 4 points for Lockhart. 20-14, 6-point lead. Down court, Julius Johnson from the corner, no good. Tip, and we're going to have a foul on Andre Crowder. Not much doubt about that when he was on the back of the New Hope Trojan. His first personal, and the Trojans will shoot a 1+1. Leading by 6, 20-14. Tigers staying close without Elliott and Small, who are out of the game with 3 fouls each. Vaughn at the line will shoot a 1+1. First one's in and good. Makes it a 7-point New Hope lead, 21-14. Vaughn's a 5'9" junior, so he'll be back again next year for New Hope. Shots in and out, no good. Rebound, Frederick Lockhart. He goes high up and brings it down. 7-point lead for the Trojans. Quarter number 2. Action in the championship game. District 4 Class 3A pass is stolen by Tim Vaughn. Knocked out of bounds by Andre Crowder. And I believe we're going to have a foul call on the play, and we are on Andre Crowder. His second personal. That'll send Tim Vaughn to the line to shoot 2 shots. Vaughn has 1 point on the night thus far. Shot is long, no good. But we're going to have a violation called. He'll shoot 2 once again. Second one, hitting good. Okay, he just shot 1. All right. 22-14, 8-point lead. Kitchery Jones with it for Winona to Andre Crowder. Gives it to Mark Hamer. Hamer works against Julius Johnson. Puts up a shot. Hitting good. 22-16 your score. Trojans out on top by 6. Tim Vaughn brings it up for New Hope. Inside pass is stolen away by Winona. And we're going to have, I believe, a foul call. And I did hear a whistle. Foul call on the Trojans. And I believe it was on Julius Johnson. His second, and Willie Temple now in the game, number 23, replacing Julius Johnson. Mark Hamer will be at the line to shoot a 1+1. Tigers trail by 6, 22-16. Shot bounces around and in good. 22-17, 5-point lead for New Hope. Could make it 4 with this one. He does. 22-18 your score. Vaughn on the attack for New Hope. 4-point lead. Johnson. David Johnson. Willie Temple back to David Johnson. Johnson to Vaughn. To Temple. Back to Vaughn. Johnson in the corner to Shelton, to Johnson, to Vaughn as he passes it around that zone. To Temple. To Johnson. Vaughn at the free throw line. Back to Johnson. Vaughn will take it from 20 feet. Long, no good. Gets his own rebound, puts it up. No good. Fight for the rebound. New Hope comes up with a loose basketball. Temple. Now Vaughn with the basketball. And Vaughn's going to sit out there and put the ball under his arm and just hold it. Now he finally passes it to Temple. Gets it back, and the Trojans are not getting in any hurry now to move the basketball against the Tigers, who are playing without 2 starters on the bench with 3 fouls each. A little surprising in that move by New Hope coach Herman Robinson. Not to attack the Tigers with the 2 top scorers, defensive players on the bench in foul trouble. Vaughn's going to hold it out 25 feet from the goal. Looks like he's trying to pass it, but he's not getting in any hurry at all to try to pass the basketball. He exchanges a pass with Willie Temple. Temple gets it back. Cross court to David Johnson. 4-point lead, as we said, 22-18. Temple now with it. Being guarded by Mark Hamer. Will drive, put up a shot, and going to be called for walking with a basketball. He lost control of the ball on his way up, and is called for walking. 22-18 your score. Jones now with it to Hamer. Hamer up court, and David Johnson's called for the foul. That's going to put him in foul trouble. First half foul trouble with 3. That'll send Mark Hamer to the line, shoot a 1+1. 22-18 is your score. Shot, no good. Rebound, Tim Vaughn. Vaughn call, will walk in with a basketball. So it'll be the Tigers basketball with 41 seconds to go in the first half of play. 22-18 your score. Earlier in the girls' championship, West Kemper down Kosciusko by a single point to advance on to the South Mississippi 3A girls at Morton next week. Hamer shot in and good. 6 points on the night. 22-20 your score. Tigers trail it by only 2. You got to feel happy about the Tigers' chances without Elliott and Small on the court and down only 2. Trojans on the attack. Tim Vaughn going to sit out and hold the basketball once again for New Hope. Now he's finally going to move it up to the top of the key to Willie Temple. And Temple called for walking with the basketball, and he looks up at the official and just shrugs his shoulders and is just saying, like, who, me? But he's drug a pivot foot, and it's called for walking. Tigers on the attack, trailed by only 2. Hamer, long shot down court, no good at the buzzer. Tigers trail 22-20 at the end of the first half of play. 2:20, your halftime score. The Tigers trailed at 1 point, 20-12. 10-2 spurt by Winona. Cut it to 22-20 at halftime. Craig Elliott and William Small stayed on the bench the majority of the second quarter with 3 fouls. They'll start the second half. Leading scorer in the ball game thus far, Craig Elliott has 8, and Julius Johnson of New Hope has 8. 22-20 your score. Tigers will get basketball possession to start quarter number 3, of course, as they do now in high school basketball on alternating possessions. You have only a jump ball to start the ball game and any overtime thereafter. Each quarter is started with just an out-of-bounds play on alternating possessions. Mark Hamer on the attack for Winona against Julius Johnson goes from the left side. In the corner to Andre Crowder. His shot is short, no good. Rebound, Spence Atkins of New Hope. Atkins gives it to Vaughn. He'll bring it up. Trojans on top by 2, 22-20. Vaughn. David Johnson. Vaughn gets it back. Julius Johnson now with the basketball. 15-footer in and good. 10 points for Julius Johnson. It's 24-20. Mark Hamer brings it up for the Tigers, who trail by 4. Looking inside, gives it to William Small. Stops, puts up a shot. No good. Fight for the rebound. Controlled by Tim Vaughn of New Hope. Vaughn brings it up for the Trojans. Gives it in the corner to David Johnson. Johnson drives, does not want it, going to give it back out to Vaughn. Vaughn to Julius Johnson. He'll put up a free throw line jumper in and out, no good. Tip, no good. Fight for the rebound, out of bounds, off the hands of Torrance Shelton. It'll be Tigers basketball. Hamer walks it up for Winona. Tigers trail by 4. Hamer working against Julius Johnson of New Hope. Inside to Craig Elliott. Turnaround jumper. In and good. Craig Elliott goes into double figures with 10. It's 24-22. We're playing for the District 4 Class 3A Championship and the right to play in the South Mississippi Tournament next week at Forest High School against the host team, the Forest Bearcats. Julius Johnson from 16 feet. He's no good. Rebound, Craig Elliott. Hamer walks it up for Winona. To Crowder. Back to Hamer. Hamer works left side. In the corner, Andre Crowder. 15-footer. In and good. Andre Crowder ties this basketball game up at 24. Tim Vaughn will bring it up. He looks over to Coach Herman Robinson for instructions as to what play he might want. David Johnson in the corner. To Spence Atkins. Pass is stolen away as it was over the head of the intended New Hope Trojan. William Small with a loose basketball for the Tigers. Again, Hamer now with it for Winona in the front court. Gives it to Andre Crowder. Crowder will give it back to Hamer. Hamer, of course, working against Julius Johnson as he has been all night. Crowder, free throw line jumper, good. Andre Crowder, 26-24, Tigers out on top now. Vaughn to Julius Johnson. In the corner, Spence Atkins. Vaughn with it. Cross court, Julius Johnson. His shot in and out and falls back in. We're tied at 26. Hamer works it for Winona. Inside, William Small. His shot. He's fouled on the play by Tim Vaughn, I believe. So for Vaughn, his first personal. Tigers will inbounds it to Hamer. Hamer brings it up against Julius Johnson. In the corner, Andre Crowder, his shot no good, but a foul is going to be called on Tim Vaughn. Second personal for Vaughn. Picked up two quick ones. It'll be the Tigers basketball underneath their own basket. (26-26) your score. Third quarter of play. Inside to William Small. Shot in it good, and he's fouled by Spence Atkins. For Atkins, that's his first. Small will go to the line to try to complete the three-point play. It's 28-26, Tigers out on top. Shot, any good. 29-26 your score. 5 points on the night for Small. Julius Johnson now with the basketball for New Hope. To Willie Temple, who's in the ball game now. In place of Tim Vaughn. Temple in the corner to Spence Atkins. Atkins to Johnson, to David Johnson. Temple almost loses it, gets it back. Gives it to Julius Johnson, who is now running the point guard position. To Temple, to Spence Atkins. Atkins inside. Drives baseline is Shelton, and a foul on Andre Crowder. That's his third personal for Crowder. David Johnson will handle the inbounds pass for New Hope. Gets it to Julius Johnson. Johnson gets the pass back from Temple. Temple now with it back to Julius Johnson in the corner to David Johnson. Pass stolen away by Craig Elliott as Johnson tried to go inside to Torrance Shelton. Mark Hamer brings it up for the Tigers, who lead 29-26 to Crowder. New Hope stays in that man-to-man. Into Craig Elliott. Turnaround jumper is short, and he's fouled by Torrance Shelton. That's his third personal. Timeout called by New Hope. 29-26 your score. 3-point Winona Tiger lead. See the Winona Tiger fans in numbers here tonight. A great following made the trip down to Kosciusko, some 30-35 miles. Trying to cheer the Tigers on to a district championship, which eluded them a year ago as they lost to New Hope in the finals, but managed to go on to the state tournament instead. Craig Elliott at the line. Shot in and good. It's 11 points for Elliott. It's 30-26, a 4-point Winona Tiger lead. Second one, in and out, no good. Rebound, Spitz Atkins. Atkins up for the Trojans. To Johnson, who now has the basketball, to David Johnson. Julius Johnson from 20 feet is long, no good. Fight for the rebound, controlled by Craig Elliott of Winona. Hamer now with the basketball will bring it up against Julius Johnson of New Hope. They're trying to trap out of it, out to Craig Elliott. Elliott gives it to William Small and gets it to Mark Hamer. Tigers out on top by 4, 30-26. Hamer to Crowder. Off balance shot, long, no good. Rebound, Small, no good. And let's see what we got. Foul is on Torrance Shelton. That's his 4th. And that'll send Frederick Lockhart to the line for a 1+1. Marcus Dent, Tim Vaughn check in for Torrance Shelton, and did not catch the other Trojan that went out. May have been Willie Temple. In fact, I think it was Willie Temple. Check that also. Lockhart's free throw, in and out and back in. 5 points for Lockhart. It's 31-26. Tigers by 5 now. Outscored the Trojans 11-4 thus far in the quarter. Free throw, in and good. 32-26. That's 6 on the night for Lockhart. 4 straight free throws for the 6'1 junior. David Johnson with a basketball. Vaughn, Julius Johnson, free throw line jumper. Long, no good. Rebound, William Small. Tigers trying to make it an 8-point lead. They lead it now by 6, 32-26. Hamer works against Julius Johnson. Going to go left side, inside Craig Elliott. Turnaround jumper, long, no good. Rebound, pulled down by Spence Atkins to Julius Johnson. In the corner to David Johnson. Inside, Spence Atkins drives, puts up a shot. He's on the out-of-bounds line. He tried to drive the baseline, did not get the shot off. 32-26. Mark Hamer works against Julius Johnson. Gets it into the front court. Looks inside, Craig Elliott. Elliott, turnaround jumper, short, rebound by Julius Johnson. Johnson down for the Trojans. We'll give it to Vaughn. Vaughn will go back to run the point guard position for New Hope. Cross-court pass to David Johnson. Back across the zone, stolen away by Craig Elliott. Trojans like to what they call a skip pass across the zone. And it was intercepted as Elliott anticipated real well on the play. Hamer to Crowder, gets it back. Going to go right side, give it to Crowder and get it back again. Tigers holding it for the last second shot of the quarter. They lead it 32-26. Hamer drives in it, good. Drove right by Spence Atkins and laid it in. 34-26. Vaughn, Julius Johnson, 15-footer, in it, good. And that'll run out the quarter. 34-28, Tigers by 6. 8 minutes away from a trip to Forest. The Tigers out on top by 6. 34-28. It'll be New Hope basketball to start the 4th and final quarter of play. Tigers outscored New Hope 14, make that 12 to 8. 14 to 8. Shot is an air ball taken out of the air by Craig Elliott. Mark Hamer on the attack for Winona. Hamer to Small, gets it back. Hamer works against Julius Johnson inside to Craig Elliott. Shot, no good. Rebound, fought for, and controlled by New Hope. Julius Johnson comes out with a loose basketball for the Trojans. Down to David Johnson. Johnson looking inside for Dent. Does not have it. Good. Julius Johnson's going to take it. No good. Rebound, Craig Elliott. (34-28) your score. Tigers a quarter away from a trip to Forest. Hamer from 18. He's short. A rebound saved by just barely not saved by Craig Elliott. He went into the wall trying to save the loose basketball. New Hope will play it. Trojans on the attack. Tim Vaughn, Julius Johnson. Vaughn with the ball again. Back to David Johnson from 16. He's long, no good. Rebound, Frederick Lockhart. Hamer on the attack for Winona. Looking inside, gets it to Craig Elliott. His turnaround 12-footer, bounces around, no good. Rebound, William Small, in and good. And he's shaken up. He took a spill hard to the floor. And we're going to have a timeout called on the floor in behalf of William Small. That was Small's 7th point of the night. Put the Tigers up 36-28. Small will have to check out of the ball game, or Winona will be charged with a timeout. And that's what Coach Herman Robinson is talking to officials about. Now they've got everything straight, I believe. They are going to substitute and put Kitchery Jones in, and they'll put Small ready to sub just as soon as the first dead ball takes place. 36-28, Tigers are out on top by 8. Vaughn on the attack. Julius Johnson. Vaughn gets it back. David Johnson. Tim Vaughn. He'll take it from 18. He's in and out, no good. Rebound, Spitz-Atkins, up and good. 36-30. Mark Hamer on the attack for the Tigers. He'll take the length of the court. Shot blocked by Shelton. Rebounded out by Johnson. Julius Johnson in the corner to Spitz-Atkins. He's in it good. Suddenly it's 36-32. 4-point lead, and the Tigers ask for and receive timeout. 36-32 is your score. .536 remaining in the basketball game. Trojans scored 4 straight points to cut the lead in half from 8-4. Mark Hamer now on the attack as we're back to play. And we're going to have a foul called on Julius Johnson. And for Johnson, it's 3 personals. Mark Hamer will be at the free throw line with a 1+1. Hamer has 8 points on the night. First one in and good. (37-32), 5-point lead for the Tigers. Second one long, no good. Rebound tipped out by Tim Vaughn. He comes up with a loose ball. He'll bring it down court. Inside pass is batted away by the Tigers, and Craig Elliott comes up with a loose ball for Winona. Mark Hamer works against Julius Johnson of New Hope. Into Craig Elliott, turnaround jumper, 15 foot, in and out, no good. Rebound, blocked away by Atkins, picked up by Tim Vaughn. Vaughn up in a hurry for the Trojans, and they ask for and receive timeout. 37-32 is your score. Tigers lead it by 5. Fourth quarter of action, just under 5 minutes, 4:54 remaining in the ball game. See the bonus light on for Winona. So could be a key factor down the stretch of this ball game. They are in the 1-1. New Hope, as of yet, has not made it into that bonus situation on the 5th team foul. Trojans will play it at midcourt. Into Tim Vaughn. Vaughn in the corner to David Johnson. Back to Tim Vaughn. Into Spence Atkins. His shot no good. Tipped around no good. Tipped around out of bounds. And it's Winona Tiger basketball. Into Frederick Lockhart. Small gets it back and he'll give it to Mark Hamer. And Hamer will walk it up. Being picked up by Julius Johnson. Hamer down in the corner. Gets it back out to Small and he'll get it back. Hamer to Andre Crowder, free throw line jumper, in and out, no good. Rebound, Small, in and good. William Small, that's 9 for him on the night. It's 39-32. Tigers up by 7 now. Vaughn to Johnson, back to Vaughn. To Julius Johnson, 15-footer, he's short. Tipped around by Shelton. Rebound pulled out by William Small. Tigers by 7, trying to make it 9. Hamer will work against Johnson. Being trapped by Atkins, and Johnson gets it out to Andre Crowder. Crowder being guarded by Vaughn. Pass is out of bounds. It'll be New Hope basketball as Crowder tried to get it to Hamer. And the Tigers ask for and get timeout. Leading it by 7. 39-32. Leading scorer in the ballgame to this point is Julius Johnson of New Hope with 14 points, as you see, 3:38 remaining in the game. For Winona, Craig Elliott leads the Tigers with 11. Mark Hamer, William Small, 9 apiece. Julius Johnson from 18, he's long, no good. Rebound, Tim Vaughn. Vaughn back inside to Torrance Shelton, stolen away by Andre Crowder, but a foul called on Crowder. That's his 4th. Andre Crowder, 4 fouls, and New Hope will play it underneath their own basket. David Johnson will handle the inbounds pass for New Hope to Tim Vaughn. Vaughn to Julius Johnson, 15-footer, in and good. It's 16 on the night for Johnson. It's 39-34. Down court in a hurry is William Small to Mark Hamer. Hamer being trapped, gets it out to Small and gets it back. Hamer works against Johnson and he'll give it to Crowder and he gets it back again. Hamer having Tigers just trying to let a little time off the clock right here, leading 39-34. Hamer with a basketball now to Crowder to Hamer, being trapped by Johnson and Vaughn to Crowder, back to Hamer. Hamer works against Julius Johnson, almost stolen away by David Johnson, gets it to Small and gets it back. Trojans getting real aggressive on the defense, trying to get the basketball away from the Tigers as they trail by 5. And the Tiger fans on their feet across the way. Tigers doing a good job of holding the basketball out, making New Hope come get them. Hamer to Small, back to Hamer. Being guarded by Johnson. Going to go left side and going to get a foul, I believe, on Tim Vaughn underneath of New Hope. And New Hope's going to ask for timeout. That's 3 on Tim Vaughn. 1-1 for the Tigers. Timeout is called by New Hope. 39-34 your score. We're in the finals of the District 4 Class 3A tournament. The winner goes on. The loser will wait till next year under the new format by the Mississippi High School Activities Association, which calls for only the top team of the district to advance. 154 remaining in the ball game. The new system calls for only one team to advance, and the Tigers now playing in South Mississippi. There's 16 divisions in 3A. Let me try to briefly explain that to you while we got during this timeout. 16 divisions, and Winona just happened to be in the division that sent them to the South. The first 8 are in the North, and District 4 was the beginning of the South. So Winona will be playing in the South Mississippi tournament, something that Winona fans are not used to having to do, but they'll go to Forest if they win this ball game next week. They lead it by 5 with just under 2 minutes to go, 154. Crowder's free throw, no good. Rebound, Spence Atkins. Tim Vaughn. David Johnson. Vaughn inside Spence Atkins. Loses the basketball, gets it back, puts up a shot, no good. Rebound. He gets it back, puts it up and in. That's Torrance Shelton. 39-36 your score. And the Tigers will get the basketball back off the foot of Johnson, out of bounds. 3-point lead for Winona. Pass to Mark Hamer. He'll take it to the length of the court, lay it up and in. Pass stolen away by Mark Hamer. Tigers lead it by 5 and have the basketball into Craig Elliott. Turnaround jumper is short. Rebound, William Small, up and in. 43-36 your score. Tigers out up top by 7. Julius Johnson shot in and good, and he's fouled. That's 18 points for Johnson. Foul on William Small, his 4th. 43-38 your score. Five-point lead. Shot by Johnson. He's in and good. He's 19 points. It's 43-39. 4-point lead. Down court to Hamer. He'll take it the length of the court. He's fouled by Tim Vaughn. That's 4 on Vaughn. That'll send Hamer to the line with a 1-and-1. Hamer has 11 points on the night. William Small has 11 points. Craig Elliott has 11 points. Hamer, 6-foot senior guard, puts it up. Short, rebound, Spence Atkins. New Hope trails it by 4. David Johnson to Tim Vaughn from 18. He's in and good, and the Trojans won't timeout. 4 points on the night for Vaughn, 43-41. It's back to a 2-point game all of a sudden. Trojans scored the last 5 points with 42 seconds to go in the ball game. It's 43-41. We knew from the outset that this would be a good one, very good one. 2 good teams going at it. Trojans ready to go now. Tigers still in their huddle, getting some last-second instructions. Julius Johnson's the game's high scorer to this point with 19. And as we mentioned, Mark Hamer, William Small, Craig Elliott each have 11 for Winona. These 2 teams split in regular season play, each winning at their home Gymnasium. So it's only fitting, I guess, that they get together and play a tight one for the district championship. Best two teams in District 4. Trojans are 22-9, the Tigers 25-5 coming into tonight's contest. Tigers will play at the length of the court against, obviously, full court pressure. Into Craig Elliott. Small gets it and gives it to Mark Hamer. Now they'll back off and put pressure on Mark Hamer. That being Julius Johnson. Hamer gets it across. Not much problem. Gives it to William Small. Small gives it to Hamer, and we're going to have a foul called on who? Tim Vaughn. He fouls out of the ball game with 4 points on the night. And that'll be, I believe, Willie Temple will probably check in. For Vaughn. Mark Hamer will be on the free throw line for Winona. Shooting a 1-and-1. Free throw in and good. 44-41. 3-point lead now. And the Tigers ask for timeout. So we got timeout on the court. 44 for Winona. 41 for New Hope. 3-point lead for the Tigers. We'll have the presentation of the trophies. Obviously, we ask you to stay with us for that. We'll have that. And the all-tournament team to be presented to the crowd here at Kosciusko High School. A fantastic crowd here tonight. Packed gymnasium. Kosciusko's done a good job of hosting this district tournament, drawn real well in crowd support. 26 seconds remaining. Tigers out on top by 3, as we said, 44-41. The winner will play Forest. They get the opportunity to travel down South Mississippi and take on Forest Wednesday night at 7. Hamer goes back to the free throw line. He has 12 points on the night. 3-point lead. Shot in and good. Make that a 4-point lead now, 45-41. Down court in a hurry is New Hope. David Johnson drives unmolested and scores. 45-43, your score. Down court in a hurry is the Tigers, and the foul is going to be called on Julius Johnson as he fouls Mark Hamer. And that's 4 on Julius Johnson. Mark Hamer goes back to the free throw line with 13 points, a 45-43 Winona lead. Free throw, in and good. 46-43, your score. Second one, in and good, 47-43. Down court is Julius Johnson. He's in and good. 47-45. Foul is called on the play on 20, David Johnson. That's his 4th personal. Tigers lead 47-45. They're 3 seconds away from a district championship now. It's in and good by Mark Hamer. It's his 16th point of the night. He leads the Tigers in that category. Julius Johnson has 21 to lead all scores. Next one. Rims in and out, no good. 48-45. The Tigers are the district champions. 48-45 over New Hope. And the celebration begins as fans and cheerleaders go on to the court. The Tigers have captured the district title, improve their record to 26-6, Excuse me, 26-5. Don't want to get that wrong. Trojans in their year at 22-10. Tigers will go to Forest, Mississippi Wednesday night to take on the Forest Bearcats in the opening round of the South Mississippi Tournament. Tigers must win that game, then win one of the next two to advance to the state tournament in the Jackson area